pineapple papers, and I am continuing to kill the bingo kit, or bingo card. So it is day 7, so that means we are on the second row down. So we've got some hand or machine stitching. I'm not sure which one that is going to be. I might venture into some hand stitching today. I'm not quite sure how I'm feeling. And then watercolor. So I got my cheapy watercolor set here. So nice. And we got some washi. So I am loving this washi from Simple Stories Posh. So that's that. Some clips. I'm down to 3. I probably should see how many more bingo spots contain clips because I'm kind of running low. And then last is doilies. And I have this cute minty doily, which is kind of the similar color as the washi tape. So I am going to start with playing with my watercolors with some watercolor paper that I have. It's just from Michael's, I believe, Montevale watercolor, and it's like a 12 by 9 maybe. So I'm going to use that as my background and then use some sort of pattern paper to make it 12 by 12. So let's get started. So I am just going to take my cheapy watercolors, and I originally had grabbed this big brush, and I'm not exactly sure where I got it, but it was leaving all kinds of bristles. So I had to switch back to the cheapy one that came with it. It did way better. I did do about 4 colors on this, and I used the baby wipe initially to get rid of the little paintbrush hairs, but then to lighten it up a little bit as well, because I wanted it to be a really soft background. So this is going to be the base of my layout, and I liked that I left the notebook paper part attached. I didn't cut that off. I figured that would add some texture. Now I've just taken a piece of paper. It's a navy with some light teal polka dots, and matted that so that it is a 12 by 12. Now I'm going to take this washi tape and cover where the perforation is that you would use to cut out to trim out the piece of paper from the notebook. And then I was contemplating using the teal washi tape as well, and the blue. So I do leave that teal out because I really do think that I'm going to use it, but it doesn't end up there. The blue will make it on in a very small piece. So I'm just going to add a couple of embellishments from the Posh collection. That card is from there as well. And then 2 small frames. One is kind of a light teal, and that'll go in the teal area, and then one is a light pink, and that'll go at the bottom. Now there's a couple of other embellishments that I just kind of play around with. It is very light on embellishing for me, and I was really trying to kind of stick with the color scheme. So as far as the watercolor goes, with the pinky orangey on the bottom, that's why it got a pink doily, a pink frame, and then the pink card that talks about sparkling. And then up in the top corner where it is the blues and teals, I decided to use the teal doily along with the teal frame. Now, because that frame was putting that corner up a little bit, I added a little fun foam to the back of that card. And I think Arit does this a lot, kind of light color on color. So if you ever have any trouble on, what to put where, if you have several different colors on your background, if you stick with similar colors, it always looks good. I've never seen a layout that Arit has done that has looked bad, and she tends to use that a lot. So I decided it didn't need any extra paper layers. I wanted to do something very simple, and I didn't want to do a colored tissue paper for the fact that I was kind of going with that color scheme of having the teal with the teal and the pink with the pink, that type of thing. So I went ahead and just did this white sparkled tissue paper, and I popped it up on some foam just on the top because there's already foam under the 4x6 card. So that way it's all on the same level. And then I realized that I didn't tape down both layers of the tissue paper, so I had to add that. I'm gonna kind of play around with these different clips, and I will ultimately decide on the one with the flowers. And I have two of these words, laugh and love, and they kind of have like a paint brush kind of stroke on it, and I thought that was perfect to go with my watercolor background paper. Now, I think it's interesting with watercolor background paper that it warps so much, even though that's kind of how it's designed, but I think it tends to lay flatter once it's in the page protector. So I guess I do get a little bit of that teal washi tape up there underneath the picture, and I'm going to add some of the blue washi tape up there on the top left hand corner. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to add a few other embellishments, add some washi tape maybe to the bottom, but I don't think so. Yeah, no, I didn't think so. I didn't think it needed it. It's got the texture of the notebook paper. A couple Heidi Shine in gold to go with the gold polka dots on that card. And that is a huge lot of Heidi Shine. So I guess it actually doesn't even get any more embellishments. Oh, when I was drying the Heidi Shine, it actually burnt the doily. So you'll see here in a close-up video that pink doily has a little burned area on it right there. So be careful when you're using your heat gun. You got to pay attention. So wear your crown, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!